Good afternoon and a warm welcome to our millions of Bundesliga fans all around the world. I'm Alan Fountain and today we are in the Allianz Arena in Munich for a top game on this or any other Bundesliga season calendar. It is Bayern Munich against their closest rivals over the last 2 decades, Werder Bremen. Once again, the Allianz Arena, a complete sellout, 69,000 fans packed in here for what they hope will be yet another reenactment of the drama we have seen so often between Germany's 2 most famous sides of the last few years. The Bayern fans in expectant mood, their side playing well of late. Bremen, well, they must be feeling rather apprehensive. Their side has yet to spark. First up, portraits of the Bayern stars. So many of those faces so familiar to you. Their coach, Jürgen Klinsmann. Bayern line up, interesting formation, Rensing in goal, and then a back three of Lucio Di Michelis and Van Buiten, strung across midfield. Lel, Van Bommel, Zé Roberto and Lahm. A front runner in defence, Bastian Schweinsteiger, and the 2 strikers, Luca Toni and Lucas Podolski. The Werder Bremen stars. Their coach, Thomas Schaaf. Bremen have Wiese in goal, Prödl, Mertesacker, Naldo and Burnisch, a traditional back 4. A midfield diamond, Frank Baumann, the skipper, in front of the back 4. Vranjes and Ozil left and right at midfield. Brazilian star Diego behind the 2 strikers, Rosenberg and Pizarro. Bayern, as usual, very strong bench with Tim Borowski, German international, new signing Otto. Werder Bremen have Sanogo and Hunt. The skippers, Mark van Bommel on the right, Frank Baumann on the left. Our referee today, the highly experienced Mr. Thorsten Kinhofer, a financial controller from Herne in Westphalia. Tall man, 1.92 m. His 3rd season on the FIFA list. He has 4 full internationals, 5 European Cup matches to his name. Pizarro going into the now familiar American football style huddle with his teammates. It's not looked too good, not really an integral part of the side so far, Claudio Pizarro. And now nice to see a smile on the face of Lucas Podolski. He's obviously feels concerned for his teammate Miroslav Klose, who's injured, but it is a great chance for him, starting at last in the Bayern side, to prove his quality. He's done it so often for the national team. Can he turn it on today against Werder Bremen? This is Mr. Kinhofer's 94th Bundesliga game. Bayern in the red, playing from right to left in your picture. Of course, as regular viewers will know, once again, German champions. Bremen, through a fantastic barnstorming finish to the season in the last campaign, clinched 2nd place. Both these sides in action in the Champions League in midweek with different fortunes. Bremen were all over an orthosis of Famagusta, but couldn't put the ball in the net. That ended 0-0. Bayern travelled to Steaua, Bucharest, and won by a 0-0, so a great start to their Champions League campaign. Pizarro, first touch for him, dispossessed by Zé Roberto. Michelis. Bayern incidentally played with 3 across the back against Steaua in Bucharest on Wednesday. Proved successful. Burnisch clearing ahead of Luca Toni. Michaelis. Well, that was slack play from De Michaelis. Pizarro will obviously want to shine in front of what used to be, or indeed for 6 years, were his home fans. It's Lell with the throw for Bayern Munich. Schweinsteiger. Lucio. Early pressure from Bremen. Today, incidentally, is the first day of the famous Oktoberfest, a Bavarian beer festival that draws visitors from all over the world. I just wonder whether the boys on the park this afternoon will be dropping in later. But what is important for Bayern fans, especially those who love statistics, is that Bayern have never lost a game played on the opening day of the Oktoberfest. A long-standing record. Can Bremen break it? Diego with the free kick. Oh, Rensing missing that one completely. Great chance. Falling to Marcus Rosenberg. Rensing off his line, getting nowhere near it. Great chance. One gone begging. Per Mertesacker was up there for that free kick. Podolski marked by Naldo. Headed away by Lucio. Now Claudio Pizarro. Turns inside Lucio, but Lell is on hand. A sparkling start by Bremen, despite the absence of 4 regulars. Diego. This is the sort of stage the little Brazilian loves. All the way back to Tim Wiese. Ranias, Diego. Now Luca Toni, but caught offside. Look of disbelief on the big Italian's face. What a start he had, or what an opening season Luca Toni had with Bayern last campaign. Scoring goal after goal after goal. Luca Toni's total tally was 39 goals in all competitions. Once again, the free kick by Diego, and Rensing and Van Buiten. And there you can see the Jetche Van Buiten. If you're coming off your line, let me know. Flipped on by Baumann. Now this is Roberto. The tackle by Vranius. He's in for Daniel Jensen. And Bremen, after 6 minutes, showing that they are clearly up for this one. 4 of their stars may be missing, but they're taking the game to Bayern. And Bayern, of course, as we saw when he was sitting in the stand, Bayern still handicapped by the absence of the great Frank Ribéry. Oh, Luca Toni! That was a fortuitous deflection for Bayern Munich, and Luca Toni should have sunk that one. No wonder Uli Hoeneß adjusts his spectacles. I think Luca Toni needed to borrow them in that scene. Look how that ball corkscrews miles wide of the goal. So, a chance at each end in the opening 7 minutes. Claudio Pizarro, extremely mobile. Prödl with a throw. Oh, lovely work by Mesut Ozil. Diego. Well, that's a difficult pass for Diego to take the return ball from Peter Burnish. And Bremen really with no option but to rebuild. Baumann. The Michaelis. 2-0 battle. Lahm overlapping down the left now. It's Philipp Lahm. Oh, a little bit of a shirt pulled by Podolski. Well spotted by referee Kinhofer. Just the one win for Bremen in the league. It was at home to bottom club Cottbus by 3-0. The fans were hoping that it would herald a change in the team's fortunes, but that 0-0 draw with Anothosis Famagusta really dampening the fans' enthusiasm. Bremen were all over the Cyprus side, but despite putting in 26 shots on goal, still couldn't find the net. Van Bommel. It's Lel overlapping, Podolski in the middle. Good defensive work by Burnish. This is Vranjes. Van Bommel. It's Lel. Oh, that was nearly a beautiful dummy by Diego. Bayern surrendering possession again. Ronaldo. Neat control by Mesut Ozil. Goodbye from Schalke. He was born and bred in Gelsenkirchen, the city of which Schalke is a suburb, but there were problems regarding the extension of Mesut Ozil's contract, and he decided to leave the club. Snapped up by Bremen, a young man with a bright future in midfield. Ozil still only 19 years of age, amazing. Goodbye for £3.5 million. Ten minutes gone, no score, but both sides showing a refreshing attacking approach, and especially the visitors Werder Bremen. Sebastian Prödl. Vranjes. Schaaf, very unhappy with the way his side started the season. Among the things he criticised, basically, was that his side showed a rather lackadaisical approach. That's not the case so far today. A lunge from Prödl brings down Lahm. Number 15 for Werder Bremen. Sebastian Prödl, Austrian international. Tall figure, 1.94 m in a Bremen defence that is renowned for its giants. Mertesacker, 1.98 m. Naldo himself also well over 1.90 m. That one well judged by Tim Wiese, just a little overcooked by Sebastian Schweinsteiger. Bremen have the record of having beaten Bayern Munich more than any other club in the Bundesliga. A total over the years of 25 victories. That's a proud record, because Bayern certainly have dominated German soccer really for 4 decades now. Philipp Lahm, Roberto running well into space, shadowed by Vranjes. Lahm looking for Luca Toni. Ball taken by Tim Wiese. As Podolski came in hoping to sniff a rebound. Not so. Actually, Luca Toni would have been better advised to head across the face of the goal and try and find Podolski. Good work by the former Cologne player. That's Lell. Schweinsteiger. Naldo having to stretch to concede a corner kick. Schweinsteiger. Just a little bit of pushing by Martin de Michelis. Bremen's record here in Munich over the last 10 years is pretty impressive. They've only been beaten twice. Mesut Özil as a 19-year-old. Diego policed closely by Mark van Bommel. And a tackle from behind by Naldo. And quite correctly, referee Kinhofer having a word with the Brazilian. That was a dangerous challenge. Reckless. Bayern this season took a while to get into their stride. Podolski. Now Mesut Özil. Dispossessed by Lahm. Lell. Nice 1-2. Burnich deciding not to climb in. And finally fouled by Schweinsteiger. Bayern's preparation pre-season not too impressive. They lost 1-0 at home to Inter Milan. Could only draw 0-0 with newly promoted Cologne. Lost 2-1 to Dortmund and only beat lowly Erfurt, several leagues below, 4-3 in the cup. And at home, first game of the season, 2-0 up against Hamburg and allowed the North German side to take a point. And then in their second game they drew 1-1 in Dortmund, albeit with 10 men after Van Bommel was sent off. Since then though, 2 victories. Trounced Berlin 4-1, their last home game here, and hammered Cologne away 3-0 last week. First yellow card after 60 minutes, and it's collected quite deservedly. Tackle from behind, Frank Baumann, the Bremen captain. Former German international. In fact, Baumann played 28 times for Germany. Rosenberg can't control it. It's interesting that at set pieces Bayern send their big men forward. Daniel van Buiten, who's himself also well over 1m90, 196 in fact, same as Luca Toni. So of course the little guys have to cover at the back when the big men go forward. Diego, good ball to Özil. Oh, that first touch was just not good enough. Fabulous opportunity for the visitors to counter-attack. Philipp Lahm. Michaelis. Podolski. Just too short, intercepted by Burnish. Bremen lucky to retain possession. Away goes Pizarro. Pizarro's on his own, chips it, oh, it's the post. Oh, that was excellent play by the Peruvian. Fabulous stuff. Bayern lucky not to go one down. Superb ball from Diego, the little Brazilian. Brought down magnificently, and look at the turn of pace to go round to Michaelis, the chip over the goalie, and the post, saving Bayern. Narrow angle. But that attack will have given Bremen heart, bolstered their confidence. Although there is so much experience in this Bremen side that despite the loss of 4 regulars, they still feel that they can come away with something from their long trip south. Bremen, for those of you who don't know Germany, way up in the north of the country, good 700 kilometers away from Munich in the far south. Vranjes. Interestingly, it was the same referee, Thorsten Kienhofer, who handled Bayern's opening game of the season against Hamburg. And he gave a penalty for either side for offences which last year might not have seen a penalty awarded. The word has gone out to German referees to stop defenders clinging on to attackers in the box. A good thing, of course. A decision that's well supported by the fans. Up goes Naldo. Well, a free kick given, but Naldo and Marcus Rosenberg both looking at the ball, although they did collide with goalkeeper Michael Rensing. Hey, Roberto. Lahm. Burnish. That's Lel. Vranjes. Diego, bit of space. Away goes Rosenberg. It's offside now. Flag stays down. That can only be put down to a misunderstanding. Diego. Bremen playing very sensible stuff. Prödl. Claudio Pizarro on the right now. Handball by Diego. Diego, a couple of weeks ago, a controversial figure because he insisted on going to the Olympic Games with the Brazilian side. Came away, as Olympic fans will know, with the bronze medal. Podolski, Finding Schweinsteiger. Lely's out on the right. Van Bommel. The Bremen defense looking good, looking very focused today. Thomas Schaaf, expression on his face, not giving a lot away, but I'm certain that he must be feeling a lot more satisfied than he has been in the opening weeks of the season. We're now midway through the first half of what is a truly entertaining clash. Ranies. Well, I thought he'd played himself out of a hole there. Frank Baumann not really concentrating. Diego. Well, that's a poor return pass. Ball in the air far too long. Meat and drink to defenders. Michaelis. Can Lucio keep the ball in play? Yes. An appreciative round of applause from the crowd. Lucio's a big favourite here. The captain of the Brazilian national side. Lam. Schweinsteiger to Van Bommel. Lel. Van Bommel retaining possession, but robbed at the second opportunity by Peter Böhnisch. Sebastian, to give him his correct name. Timviza. Diego. Needs support, he's got it on the left. Goes right though to Prödl. And Prödl putting Baumann under unnecessary pressure because Lucas Podolski. The only criticism levelled at Podolski by Jürgen Klinsmann and by others at Bayern is that he does not work hard enough. It was a criticism that he had to face in his days with Cologne, but I must say this afternoon Podolski has been all over the park. Mertesacker. Michaelis. Van Buiten. Just look at the pressure from Werder Bremen. Bayern forced to concede possession with a long ball from the goalkeeper. Play on, says the referee, no handball. But this time it's a push in the back from Lucas Podolski. Özil Beautiful ball inside the defence. Rosenberg. De Michelis got there first. Argentine international, and what a key figure he has become in the Bayern defence. Martin de Michelis, 12 caps for Argentina at the start of this season. And he doesn't count as a non-EU player because he's got an Italian passport. Naldo's up there, so is Mertesacker. That really was a disastrous corner, wasn't it? Ozil. Neat ball taken by Diego, but Lel covers, finds Lucio. Luca Toni takes it excellently for a big man. He's only got Podolski with him. Comes inside, still retains possession, but it takes a great tackle from Mesut Ozil to stop him. Luca Toni's down. Rosenberg brought down by de Michelis and earning himself the yellow card. The referee, I feel, reckons that Rosenberg would have been away had he not been stopped by a professional foul from de Michelis. Pizarro. Ranies. Now Diego. Baumann. Ranies. Oh dear, oh dear. Perfect misunderstanding. Roberto. Flags up, and it's up very late indeed. It looked as if the referee's assistant thought twice about that. See if we can catch him in our pictures. A clear offside. I think maybe he thought that Luca Toni was onside and wanted to see if Luca Toni was going to go for the pass. As it turned out, it was Podolski, and he was clearly offside. Rosenberg is, and Rosenberg, it's in the back of the net. There's 30 minutes gone, and Werder Bremen lead in the Allianz Arena. Oh, drama. A crucial decision at one end preventing a goal. The ball swept downfield into the path of Swedish international Marcus Rosenberg. It's his birthday next week. He's giving himself an early present. De Michelis had to turn. It was fatal. He lost a yard on Rosenberg. What a pass from Mesut Ozil. There, De Michelis, if he put in the tackle, it would have been a penalty and maybe a sending off. But Bremen lead, and that goal was magnificently taken by Marcus Rosenberg. Rosenberg's third of the season. Well, Baumann's been spoken to by the referee. He has already had the yellow card. Now, that might well have been a second bookable offence and the sending off. Mr. Kinhofer showing extreme leniency. And who can say that Bremen weren't worth the lead? The ball was played. Good tackle by Naldo. The fans go bananas, but of course they're biased. Once again, in comes Naldo, plays the ball, and even though Toni takes a tumble, it was not a penalty. A little study of Luca Toni. Great player. World Cup winner with Italy. in Germany in 2006. Schweinsteiger. Firm header. Clear. As Marcus Rosenberg back in defence. Oh, chance now for Lucio. Can he get his shot in? Over the bar. What a chance for Podolski. 6 meters out and he blasts the ball high and wide and takes a crack on the ankle in doing so. Oh, look at the expression on Olli Hoeneß's face. Golden opportunity. Naldo flew in seconds later. There was no question of foul play. Naldo was just a split second late as Podolski got his shot in. But having said that, the German international should have buried it. Jürgen Klinsmann, one of Germany's greatest ever strikers, knows that himself. Podolski, 57 appearances in the German national side. He's still only 23. 30 goals he scored. But still unable, because of the presence of Miroslav Klose, to make a position in the Bayern Munich side his own. Podolski so far played 4 and has been a substitute once. Luca Toni. Foul by Diego. It's Diego who's usually on the receiving end himself. Podolski back in the action. Schweinsteiger once again. That's a good one. Well punched away by Tim Wiese. And the goalkeeper completely flattened. Luca Toni looking a picture of innocence. Well, indeed, I think Wiese sandwiched between Lucio and Pizarro. Luca Toni not involved at all. "35 minutes gone. Bayern 0, Bremen 1. Bayern sitting on a very proud and long unbeaten home record. 20 games. The last time their flag was lowered here was in April 2007. This is Diego. As Pizarro. Long-range effort, more hope than skill involved, I think, there from Frank Baumann. Not exactly renowned for his deadly finishing. Prödl. A wasted ball. Philipp Lahm. Van Bommel. Podolski. Lel Podolski. Schweinsteiger and Naldo's in there to clear. Pizarro. Van Bommel reading that one excellently. Ranjes leaving it very kindly for Philipp Lahm. Still a lot of tension in this game, even though the half-time break slowly approaching. Van Buiten. The game played at a tremendous rate. Bone needs to be careful. The Bremen skipper, he's been shown the yellow card. It would be a disaster with the visitors to lose their skipper. We'll be down to 10 men. Burnish, once again, scooping the ball in the air. He needs to keep these passes down. Oh, that was a late lunge on Lahm. And the referee deciding to let play continue, and Podolski caught offside. There's the pass. Bayern have drawn their last 2 games with Bremen here in the Allianz Arena. Score each time 1-1. As I mentioned earlier, just 2 victories for Bayern over Bremen. 3 draws, and Bayern have lost 3 times in 10 years here. Schweinsteiger. At the moment they trail through a Marcus Rosenberg goal. Look at Tony! Oh! That was another gilt-edged opportunity. The Italian should have got more power behind it. And for once, the Bremen defence caught flat-footed. Look at Tony losing his marker, Per Mertesacker, who's in nowhere near the form that made him such an outstanding central defender for Germany in 2006. Prödl. That's Özil. Özil. Prödl. It was an interesting tactical move by Thomas Schaaf to play Prödl, who is a central defender at right back, especially as he has an experienced fullback on the bench in Petri Pazanen, the Finnish international. Lucio. Well, down the line for Podolski. Philipp Lahm. Oh, my goodness. That one looked like it nestled in the back of the net. Oohs and ahs. But it's still 1-0 for Bremen. Lahm completely on his own. Great defensive work. Schweinsteiger. Van Bommel. Well, the least said about that, the better. Not exactly the best option, was it? Now here's the chance for Lahm. Goes for goal. Or was it a cross? It's one of those things, if he goes in and the player says, oh yes, I was going for goal. Otherwise it's a cross. Into the final 5 minutes of what has been a thriller. Sometimes top games don't always live up to the reputation. There's too much tension involved, too much prestige. But I must say that this afternoon, Bayern and Bremen have given the crowd full value for money. It's been an absolute blinder. Diego. Lucio. Aldo's played pretty well against Luca Toni so far. The big Italian, a real handful for any central defender. Per Mertesacker to Diego. Oh dear, Pizarro. Trying to play back to Diego, making a hash of it. Lahm so prominent in all Bayern do. Van Bommel. Lala's worked hard down that right flank. Hasn't got much of a left foot though, spreads it wide to Lahm. Lahm trying to go around Prödl, good tackle, and indeed a splendid challenge from the Austrian. The ball coming off Philipp Lahm for a goal kick. Although playing out of position, Sebastian Prödl has looked confident at right back. Not only are these two sides involved in the Champions League to add to their full programme, they're also in the German FA Cup. Bremen have got one on paper looks an easy fixture. They play third division Auer, who are at the bottom of the third division, relegated last season from Division 2. They play them away on Tuesday. Bayern play their Bavarian rivals Nuremberg, relegated from the Bundesliga at the end of last season. Bayern playing a day later against Nuremberg. Diego, less than 2 minutes to go. Well, it did look like a little tap on the ankle, didn't it, from our camera angle. Our 40-year-old referee, Mr. Kinhofer's, cut a pretty cool figure so far this afternoon. It has been for a game with so much resting on it between two sides who see each other as the bitterest of rivals. I must say it's been a very fair encounter. At least the two South Americans. Michaelis with his arm out. And Michaelis also needs to tread carefully. He too has been shown the yellow card already. Less than a minute to go. No injuries, fortunately, so there should be very little time to be added on by the fourth official. Chance, yes! Oh, what a mistake by Rensing! Horrendous goalkeeping error! And right at the death of the first half, Bremen take a 2-0 lead. What a howler from Rensing! Screams and shouts at his defence. But I think a little self-criticism called for. Özil. The goalkeeper pushed it out at Naldo's feet, no one else. Rensing reckoning maybe that the defence should have cleared it. It was an absolutely superb free kick. Well, well. Bayern 2-0 down at home. Naldo's first goal of the season. What drama. And really, that just puts the icing on the cake of what has been a breathtaking first half. Miroslav Klose, a penny for his thoughts. Half a minute into time added on. And there's only going to be 1 minute. So just 20 seconds left. Maybe Bayern's last attack to try and salvage something. The team must be absolutely stunned to that second goal for Bremen. Schweinsteiger. Bremen all hands to the pumps. A forest of legs for that shot to go through. Seconds remain. And right on time, Mr. Kinhofer blows his whistle to bring 45 minutes of action-packed entertainment to a close. And who can say that Bremen do not deserve their lead? 2 goals perhaps a little too high, but you have to congratulate the North German side on taking their chances. They came here despite the loss of 4 key players and have played with superb confidence. Rensing, the young man of whom so much is expected, the successor to Oliver Kahn, making an absolute dog's breakfast of the free kick from Mesut Özil, pushing it out at the feet of Naldo. who added his strike to the one on 30 minutes from Claudio Pizarro. So, at half-time in the Allianz Arena, surprise for the critics. It's Bayern Munich 0, Werder Bremen 2. Do stay with us, we'll be seeing those two goals again in slow motion. As for me, I'm off to take a breather and a cup of tea. Join me again for hopefully more of the same after the break.
Serie A, next weekend, live on Setanta Sports. Claudio Ranieri takes his Juventus side to Genoa as they face Sampdoria at the Stadio Marassi.
Oh, splendid goal!
Serie A, next weekend, exclusively live on Setanta Sports. German football, live and exclusive on Setanta Sports.
Sensational!
Our unrivaled coverage brings you the best action from the top teams in the Bundesliga and all the excitement from the German Cup, plus our highlight show every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m.
Fabulous goal!
German football, all season long on Setanta Sports.
In the biggest city in Australia is the hottest beach on the planet. And these are the lifeguards who keep it safe. They rescue swimmers from treacherous currents, surfers from dangerous breaks, and bathers from sharks.
I just saw his mouth open.
Jellyfish, and killer waves. But can they rescue the British tourists from themselves?
Back to the sweet side.
Meet the lifeguards who make the hottest beach on the planet the coolest place for a swim. Bondi Rescue, 8:30 Thursday on Nat Geo Adventure.
Eredivisie this weekend, live on Setanta Sports. Marco van Basten's Ajax side clash with fierce rivals Feyenoord. Eredivisie this weekend, live on Setanta Sports.
Welcome back to the start of our commentary match this Saturday afternoon. We are in the Allianz Arena in Munich. They are playing host to their closest rivals over 20 years, Werder Bremen. And here's yet another look at Mesut Özil's free kick that resulted in Naldo scoring Bremen's second. Goalkeeper Michael Rensing cutting a rather dismal figure. Well, Jürgen Klinsmann, Bayern's new coach, deciding to react. He's bringing on Tim Borowski and Massimo Otto for Lell and Van Buiten. Otto, just one appearance so far. A very, very late signing indeed, Massimo Otto. 32 years of age. And the Bremen substitution, Aaron Hunt. Now that doesn't surprise. Frank Baumann has been taken off the captain. He'd already been shown the yellow card and had been involved in one or two other, should we say, rather risky situations. And I'm certain that that's a preventive measure by coach Thomas Schaaf. So Baumann, number 6 for Bremen, off, replaced by number 14, Aaron Hunt. Massimo Otto on for Bayern, along with Tim Borowski, and Christian Lell leaves the action together with Daniel van Buiten. Can Bayern pull back a 2-goal deficit? It's been a startling performance by Bremen's side that really has failed to get out of third gear so far this season in 4 previous matches. The visitors stand in the green, playing from right to left in your screen, getting the second half underway. And if it's only 50% as thrilling as the first half, then we're in for yet another treat. Diego slipping it through. The flag stays down. A terrible first touch. No wonder Marcus Rosenberg holds his head in his hands after 30 seconds. That could have been goal number 3 indeed. It should have been. That ball massively overstruck by Roberto. Now, what will Bremen's tactic be? To sit on the 2-goal lead or to try and increase it? Obviously, Bayern have to open up. Thomas Schaaf, the Bremen coach, a canny individual. In his 9th season as head coach now, Thomas Schaaf, and I'm certain that he'll have his players maybe play out of defence, waiting to catch Bayern on the counter-attack. Strong play by Lucio. As Naldo, the Bremen defence has looked more compact today than it has done so far this season. Özil. Borowski, first touch for him. Lahm. Roberto. Borowski, a very tall figure. German international, Roberto. Pizarro working hard, falling back. Number 15. Sebastian Prödl, Austrian international. He's had a good game at right back. Vranjes. Bremen would be well advised not to play a risky high percentage game against Bayern, but to retain possession as much as possible. That's Borowski as Naldo goes across. And Luca Toni coming in at a rate of knots and almost getting to it before Per Mertesacker. Great work, first touch there by Otto. Once again, corner kick for Bayern. Good work by Massimo Otto. He really was signed at the 11th hour in the literal sense of the word. Naldo. It's hard to win balls in the air against this Bremen defence with Naldo and Mertesacker, such giant figures. Özil. Otto conceding the throw. Burnish. It's Aaron Hunt. Özil. Pizarro. Hunt. Sebastian Burnish. He's looking for a little bit of a risky pass. Well read, though, by Lucio. And a thoroughly wasted ball. A look of utter disgust on the face of Luca Toni. Podolski and Bommel. Naldo. Oh, that's a nice ball from Pizarro. Ozil back to Pizarro. It's Rosenberg. He's going to have to run to collect that, but the ball just far too much pace on it. It's Otto. Neatly taken by Roberto, and a world-class pass into middle. And there is some last-ditch tackling from Bremen. Luca Toni felt that ball should have reached him. World-class pass, and quite honestly, it was not a good enough ball inside. Just a little chip would have been enough to find Luca Toni, who would have had a simple tap in. Klinsmann looking rather worried, and so he should be. Side 2-0 down at home, and facing the end of a long home record. It's lasted 18 months. Diego. And indeed, it's not only Bayern's home record that's at risk. They've gone 14 games in the league, stretching back into last season without defeat. Rosenberg, Diego, oof. Ozil whacking him on the ankle. Brazilian national teammate. Rosenberg, good ball. Pizarro, can he turn? His shot cannoning into the chest of the diminutive Philipp Lahm. Podolski. Bremen's performances earlier this season, they opened the campaign with a 2-2 draw in Bielefeld and drew only 1-1 at home with Schalke. This is Ozil. Oh my goodness, what a sensational strike! Oh, fantastic! Mesut Ozil. 53 minutes gone and it's Bayern 0, Bremen 3. Ozil's first goal of the season. Klinsmann looks devastated. And as for the expression on Uli Hoeneß's face, it's Ozil, and really no attempt at a challenge by Otto. In slow motion once again, Ozil takes it, Otto backs off. Two defenders, in fact, allow Ozil, and he puts it right in the corner this time. No chance at all for Michael Rensing. 54th minute gone. Mesut Ozil, the 19-year-old. What a great buy he was. Ozil, under 21 international, and cost just $3.5 million from Schalke. Now they must regret letting him go. And it was all about money. If Schalke had put their hands in their pocket a little bit more, we're not talking about a king's ransom, Mesut Ozil would have extended his contract with Schalke. They were stingy and he left. This is a glorious strike. Very little backlift, and the ball fizzing into the angle of crossbar and post. Well, who would have expected this scoreline after 55 minutes? Otto. Bayern desperately need to pull one back. Wild shot once again from Podolski. Otto's chip. Luca Toni looks on, and Podolski whacks it a mile wide. Burnish. Victory for Bremen would put them on the same number of points as Bayern. Remember, there's only been 4 games played so far this season. Bayern have got 8 points, Werder 5. Oh, what a clearance! Sensational from Per Mertesacker. Lucas Podolski. Ball not travelling all that fast from Philipp Lahm. A little bit of a leap for the crowd there from Tim Wiese. That was going well wide. Probably felt like just stretching his muscles a little. Tim Borowski. Borowski, who needs reminding, left Bremen for Bayern at the end of last season, hoping to further his career. Borowski joining Bayern on a free transfer is Otto. Otto on loan from AC Milan. 34 performances for the Italian national side. Lucio. Still Lucio. Burnish is with him. Lucio doing well to get his cross in there. Well, the racket you can hear is being made by just a few thousand Bremen fans. Amazing. There are 69,000 fans in the stadium. And I know that Bayern have often complained that there's not enough support, that their fans are too quiet, especially when you consider what the supporters are like in Dortmund and Schalke. And it seems amazing that our cameras, that our microphones here are just picking up the Bremen fans. Bayern need picking up, and they need the supporters to help them. Rosenberg gets it back. Oh, it's number 4. Oh, this is a debacle. An absolute rout. It's party time in Bremen. Well, I mentioned earlier that the Oktoberfest beer festival gets underway today, and whether the Bremen players would be maybe putting in an appearance. I bet they're taking over one of the tents. Rosenberg, De Michelis, Philipp Lahm stands back and allows Pizarro to stab it past Michael Rensing. Well, I'm a big fan of statistics, but please don't ask me to tell you the last time that Bayern conceded 4 goals at home. 60 minutes gone. Claudio Pizarro, goal number 2. An hour played. And Bayern on the receiving end of an absolute caning. I know that Bayern's heaviest ever home defeat was by 7-0 against Schalke. Van Bommel. Rosenberg, good tackle by the Michaelis. Sosa warming up, about to put in an appearance. Jose Ernesto Sosa. Sosa, the Argentinian who collected a gold medal at the Olympics not so long ago. Bremen in this mood are probably thinking, bring on who you want. Diego. And Bommel clearing. Stadium announcer just telling the fans that the stadium once again packed to capacity. Bremen in their wildest dreams could not have expected to score 4 goals without reply, and there's still just under half an hour of play remaining. Looks like Zé Roberto is going to be taking his place back on the bench. Good save by Tim Wiese. Bayern in their 1-0 victory over Steaua Bucharest in Romania on Wednesday may have collected all 3 points, but certainly in the second half they were put under considerable pressure by the Romanian vice-champions of last season. It was not a gala performance by any stretch of the imagination. Zé Roberto, though, great approach work, final pass, disastrous. Prödl clears straight to Van Bommel. This is Lahm. Otto. Still Otto. Can he get a shot in? Fine effort with his left foot, but straight at Tim Wiese. And that Bayern home record. Unbeaten since April 27th, 2007. Nearly 6 months, 20 games. Has gone down the tubes. So too has their 14-match unbeaten run in the Bundesliga. Podolski. Lucio. It's Otto. Interception by Vranjes. This is Diego. Zé Roberto. A substitution involving Sosa still has to be indicated. Lucky rebound in midfield, sees Aaron Hunt come away. Pizarro making ground down the right. It's Özil to Diego. Bremen, even though they lead by 4 clear goals, risking absolutely nothing. Vranjes has played well in midfield as a replacement for Daniel Jensen. Naldo. Burnish, his best game of the season. Diego, this time his pass intercepted by Schweinsteiger. And Bayern seem almost dazed. That was a perfectly clean tackle on Borowski. Looks at the referee though. And the substitution that I expected just about to come up, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Bayern club president. He looks distinctly miffed, and I'm not surprised. Well, he looks at his watch. How much more of this do I have to suffer, he's thinking. Zay goes off, reversed by Jose Ernesto Sosa, the 23-year-old, yet to really make his mark. Oh dear, what a mistake! It's number 5. Rensing is having a horrific afternoon. Oh, can you believe it? The young man who was expected to step into the boots of the great Oliver Kahn, Frank Ribéry, reckons he's woken up in the middle of a nightmare. Up goes Diego, out comes Rensing, gets nowhere near it. Marcus Rosenberg does though. Very weak goalkeeping. 5-0. Well, that record 7-0 is now in reach. Rosenberg. Tim Wiese can't believe it. 67 minutes. And that, I make it, is Rosenberg's 5th of the season. Horror etched on the face of Jürgen Klinsmann. That's Paul Breitner, who now plays a major role with Bayern. Top advisor with the club. Won the World Cup with Germany in 1974. Diego. Well, red and white flags wave and there's a lot of cheering and shouting. I can't understand precisely why. "5-0 down, I really would like to hear what the Bayern fans have got to cheer about. Can only be the worst possible irony. And there's still 22 minutes to go. In fact, we're only just into the final quarter of what has been a truly epic encounter. Pizarro to Diego. Hunt. And away goes Burnish, steaming down the left. Burnish going on his own. Like a man possessed. Oh, frustration from Schweinsteiger. The referee won't like that. Probably be a quiet word spoken to him. And Marcus Rosenberg leaves the action. I think one reason perhaps why Rosenberg's been taken off is that it gives Boubacar Sanogo a little game time. With Bremen playing so well, I think maybe Thomas Schaaf is using the opportunity to give Sanogo not only some game time, but also the opportunity to bolster his confidence, which has been lacking of late. Schweinsteiger. Philipp Lahm. Sosa. Otto. And there at least is one goal back for Bayern, scored by Tim Borowski on 70 minutes. His second goal for his club. And for once, nobody feeling responsible for Otto, and I think Bremen gone to sleep. Otto totally unmarked, and Borowski also with all the time and the space in the world to beat Tim Wiese. Schweinsteiger. Sosa. Once again, Otto. There's quite a bit of space on the right. It's another good cross this time, though. Naldo heading clear. Burnish. Lucio. Good tackle from Sanogo, says the referee, to Pizarro, to Diego. Özil. Vranjes. Mertesacker. It's Pizarro. Great play by the Peruvian. The Michele's clearing. Glum faces on the Bayern bench. Bremen keep up their excellent record against Germany's record champions. Bremen champions of Germany just 4 times, compared with Bayern's 20 times. The last time was 2004 for Bremen when they did the League and Cup double. They've never been out of the top 3 in the last 5 years. Burnish. Hunt just hacks it downfield. Then it looks like they said Özil is going to be given a rest. Peter Niemeyer, yet another Bremen giant. I don't know where they breed them in Bremen. It must be something they feed them on. Peter Niemeyer, 1.91 m. Came from 20 Enschede. just over 18 months ago. Midfielder, he'll be, looks like he'll be replacing Mesut Özil. Less than 15 to go. And I personally cannot remember the last time when Bayern conceded 5 goals at home. Schweinsteiger. It goes Naldo, Burnish. Of course, Mesut Özil, young man with a fabulous future. Put in a beautiful cross that set up Naldo for Bremen's second just before half-time. And then scored that spectacular third goal. And he is replaced by, as the tall figure of Peter Niemeyer, 6 under-21 caps for Germany. Spent 7.5 years in Holland, actually, with 20 Enschede. Niemeyer wearing number 25. Lahm has worked hard with so little success. Sosa, weak cross. Van Bommel. Once again, the long legs of Mertesacker hooking the ball away. Bremen have obviously taken the pace out of their game. Not surprised. They've got a cup match in midweek, and of course they are fully involved in the Champions League. This will have been the most marvellous tonic for the club's self-confidence, which must indeed have been low after that 0-0 against Champions League newcomers Anathosis Famagusta. Sosa. Sosa never really established himself so far in Munich. He's been here since July 2007. Big money buy too. Sosa cost €9 million from Argentinian club Estudiantes. Nice to see Bremen back to their goal-scoring best. But for 3 seasons, the last 3 seasons in a row, Bremen have had the best attack in the Bundesliga. They scored 75 goals last season, 76 the year before, and 79 the year before that. Every time. Virtually 2 goals a game on average. Diego. Ball out of play. Bayern understandably looking rather frustrated, demoralised. They've been given a lesson in finishing, but it must be said that goalkeeper Rensing has not exactly been the bulwark at the back that the Bayern had come to expect from Oliver Kahn. Three players caught offside. After finishing fourth 2 seasons ago, Bayern pulled out all the stops last season. Champions they were with a 10-point lead over second-place Bremen. Fabulous end to the season for Bayern it was. 26 points out of the last 10 games. And everybody thought that with Jurgen Klinsmann taking over and having made so many radical changes, certainly to the club's training facilities, even had a load of Buddha statues put up, but I think they've since been removed. So much was expected of Klinsmann. But his record after today will read played 5 and won only 2. Bayern's first defeat of the season. Scored 11. Let in 9 at the moment. Yellow card for Jurica Vranjes. Bremen now scored 13 goals and let in 7, so in fact they go above Bayern Munich in the table. That will be the team up. Power of good to learn. €9 million Sosa cost. Bayern yet to feel that it was a wise investment. A black day for Jurgen Klinsmann and a wonderful day for Thomas Schaaf. He's a pretty dual customer, is Thomas Schaaf. A very pleasant man, but a bit of a poker face. Doesn't give a lot away, but there was a bit of a sparkle in those eyes that we saw just then. No wonder. His side totally rehabilitated with the German soccer-loving public. Well, they don't think Bayern are going to pull back 4 goals in the last 7 minutes. I can't blame them. I wouldn't exactly put my mortgage on it either. Lucio storming away. Just away for support. Sosa. Otto. And Bommel. Back to Milan. Schweinsteiger. Borowski. Was that a shot or an intended through ball for Luca Toni? I'll leave it up to you to decide that one. (5-1) for the opposition. When was the last time that that was seen in Munich? Certainly not in this stadium, the Allianz Arena, which was only completed before the World Cup. 2005 it was finished, 1 year before the World Cup, and Bayern certainly have not conceded 5 goals since the Allianz Arena was open. Well, Frank Ribery probably ringing his mum to tell her what a bad day he's had in the stadium. Bayern certainly need Ribery's ideas. He's a little genius, is Frank. Not played since the World Cup. Borowski. And what's the betting that all the Werder fans get the next underground? Oh, it's number 2. And it's Borowski once again. Well, Bremen have somehow gone to sleep. 85 minutes gone, and at least it makes that scoreline look a little healthier. Borowski once again unmarked, and if there is a criticism to be levelled at Bremen, it's that they really have gone to sleep in the last 20 minutes, certainly defensively. Up to them, the defence was quite superb in snuffing out Podolski and Luca Toni. Luca Toni. Thomas Schaaf will not be happy that his side have conceded two. I'm certain that he might have not minded maybe one goal, but two goals conceded, and both through sloppiness, both through a lack of concentration. If I know the Bremen coach, then that will be grounds for criticism. As Pizarro, the Peruvian, has worked so hard. Pizarro! Oh! A terrible clearance, he came straight back to him. He manages a smile. Oh, Bayern's so lucky that that wasn't number 6. In fact, the Pizarro's touch, his first touch was not good enough. He should have fed Sanogo just a touch earlier. This pass should have cut out Philipp Lahm, falling back in defence. Pizarro hit the bar in the first half, and so close, just 3 minutes from the end. Vranja's leaving it for Naldo. Bremen in no hurry whatsoever. As Hunt wrestled to the floor, Greco-Roman style, by Schweinsteiger. Taking on Niemeyer, who's got fresh legs, leaving it for Sosa. Finds Otto. Borowski looking for his hat-trick. And Frank Ribery is still telling his mum that it's been a black afternoon. Maybe he's on to the rest of the family by now. A bit of shirt pulling now. The referee line play to continue. Diego. This is Aaron Hunt. Hunt making a complete mess of things. But Thomas Schaaf, the Bremen coach, won't be too disappointed. Borowski. Luca Toni. Oh, blast it wide. Couldn't turn on it. Naldo was there. Well, Bayern have had their opportunities. You just need to think in the first half of the one that Podolski sent sailing over the bar from close to the penalty spot. The journalists in Munich are going to have an awful lot of questions for Jürgen Klinsmann to answer. Less than a minute to go. An epic victory for Werder Bremen. Bayern Munich, unbeaten at home last season, they set a new defensive record. That defensive record in the Bundesliga used to be held by Bremen with 22 goals. Bayern only let in 21. But this season already, they've conceded 9 from 5 games gone. There's Hunt. I'm deciding just to run the clock down. And that is it. Spot on 90 minutes. Referee Torsten Kinhofer brings an incredible match to an end. Bremen stunning everybody by going in at half-time. 2-0 up. Goal from Rosenberg. After 30 minutes, a mistake by Rensing on 43 minutes, pushing out an Özil free kick. 2-0 at half-time, and then the killer blow from Özil left just enough time to put in a fierce left-foot shot on 53 minutes. The Bayern defence looking totally ragged on 60 minutes as Pizarro stabbed the ball home to make it 4-0. And then from another mistake by Rensing, it was number 9 Marcus Rosenberg who made it 5-0. The Bremen fans quite delirious. Just a little cloud on the horizon. Tim Borowski, former Bremen player, brought on as a substitute, and on 70 minutes, with obviously Bremen's concentration dipping slightly. On 70 minutes, Borowski caught his first, totally unmarked, under no pressure whatsoever. And it was the same story on 85 minutes. So Bayern, a couple of consolation goals, but it does not alter the fact that today their long home run was taken from them. Their long unbeaten run in the Bundesliga was taken from them. From a revitalised, from a rejuvenated Bremen side, lacking 4 regular first-teamers. Mark van Bommel says goodbye to the fans. I'm certain the Bremen fans will be heading to celebrate at the Oktoberfest, and well they may. Their team have bounced back with the biggest, the most explosive bang imaginable. It has been a wonderful 90 minutes, not so much if you're a Bayern fan, but we have had drama, we've had excitement, we've had 7 goals, and we have had the upset of the Bundesliga so far. From me, Alan Fountain, in the Allianz Arena in Munich, I leave you with the true but still incredible scoreline. It finished Bayern Munich 2, Werder Bremen 5.
Scottish Premier League, next weekend, live on Setanta Sports. First up, late night Saturday, Gordon Strachan's Celtic host an in-form Aberdeen side.
And Derek Young has equalised for Aberdeen.
And then on Sunday, Rangers travel to Easter Road to face Hibernian. Scottish Premier League, next weekend, exclusively live on Setanta Sports. The best football shows direct from the UK exclusively on Setanta Sports. James Richardson and Rebecca Lowe are joined by an expert panel as they look back on the weekend's action in football matters. Back of the Net brings you pure goals from the top leagues in Europe. And the Friday Football Show with James Richardson previews the coming weekend. The best football shows direct from the UK exclusively on Setanta Sports.
A whole new adventure.
Let the meltdown begin.
He needs to be told. Can prove my worth and kick you.
I have no clue what to do.
I'm not impressed with how things are being.
Fox and 8's Aussie premiere.
No more!
You'd be trucking mad to miss.
This job kills people.
Ice Road Truckers, the new season premiere. Monday 8:30 on Truckin' Great, Fox 8.
2 rivals, 2 champions, 1 massive match.
Next Monday,
This is Celtic Rugby's biggest game.
Leinster and Munster head-to-head in the Magners League.
It's a day of agony and ecstasy when these 2 provinces collide.
After Leinster's double last year, Munster have revenge on their minds.
Divided they stand, Leinster and Munster.
Next Monday morning from 3:30, live on Setanta Sports.